Hello, darling hearts. It's GAPS coach Emma here, trying to enjoy a Sunday, trying to enjoy a day off, trying to enjoy a day in the sun. And my flatmate and I were just talking this morning about being kind of programmed to feel guilty when we're sitting, enjoying the sun, which is a necessary part of the GAPS protocol. Yeah? Getting the sun is really important, and we don't need sun creams. We just need to use the sun wisely. Be in the sun wisely, cover up if you feel it's getting to you. And I found that veg oils, when I used to eat veg oils, it made me burn in the sun really badly. Now I don't eat them anymore. I haven't eaten them for 10 years. I tan really easily. So interesting correlation there. No proof whatsoever. But yeah, we've been shamed and sort of guilt-ridden. We're guilt-ridden about relaxing and doing nothing. And without rest, there is no healing. So it's so important to claim the moments when you can, to just stop and take a breath and, be still and enjoy it, I was thinking this morning about, I'm always trying to be uplifting and positive thinking, but there was a time when I was completely grief-stricken about the state of the world. It was about, 20 years ago. I've been grief-stricken ever since I can remember. Even though I had a fairly idyllic upbringing and had kind and loving parents and whatnot, I felt abused by the system, I think. And I knew something was wrong, I knew there was something just not right. But when my daughter was born 20 years ago, I was looking into biofuels, biodiesel, and I looked into Rudolf Diesel, who was the inventor of the diesel engine. And he ran his engine on peanut oil, and then mysteriously went overboard when he was on his way to England from Germany, I think, or Austria, to talk about the British Navy using his diesel engine. But it ran on vegetable oil. And we all know what diesel engines run on now. And I've got a diesel car. I mean, I like it. I want to keep it. But when I found out that he mysteriously went overboard, that was the first time I thought, crikey, when they don't like what somebody's doing, they finish them off. And Dr. Buttar got finished off, it seems, recently. Shocking state of affairs. It happens a lot. And it's very difficult to stay uplifted, in all of this horror and terror. But it is possible. And there was a time when I couldn't see through it, but that was like 20 years ago. And I had these neighbours in Peckham who were effing and blinding. They had a big St. George's flag painted on the back wall, huge, just with a big roller brush, and they used to go, oh, tell your sister to fuck off. Excuse my language, they used to F and blind, and it was when my little girl was just learning to speak. And I was really conscious and really aware of anything that went in. They're like sponges, kids, aren't they? And it all just pops out. So we got rid of the TV at that time. That was 20 years ago, got rid of the TV. And getting rid of the TV really helps you to just focus on the things that you want to focus on, rather than these weapons of mass distraction, as I call them. Because they do just shame and blame us all the time. It's all your fault. It's all your fault. It's not the corporations that are causing all the problems. It's all your fault. But that is such a load of rubbish. It's an absolute fallacy. So I wanted to talk about us being human beings, not human doings. We're not supposed to be doing all the time. We're supposed to stop every now and then and, sweep up the mess and make things look nice and, fix up the garden a little bit, get out there, enjoy the vibes, or just go and walk somewhere where there's some grass, if you can find it, and get grounded. So important. I'm trying to keep it positive, but as I say, there was a time when I was utterly bereft and felt lost. I used to wake up every morning, my guts were throbbing. Literally, I'd wake up in the middle of the night with random pains, not knowing where they'd come from. I was so depressed at one point, I couldn't even eat. Every time I tried to put food in my mouth, I'd just dissolve into floods of tears. And literally, as I opened my eyes every morning, and saw the light coming in through the curtains, a feeling of dread would overcome me, and I'd think, oh my God, not another day. Oh no, am I still here? Am I still alive? I couldn't really appreciate being a human being, but now I've seen the light. I can see what it's all about now. I'm like, okay. So I know what it is to be really, really low, to have random weird things happening with your body, and to be confused, and to feel the programming, to have the programming actually affect you. But I've found my way through it, and I've been really enjoying lately helping others to find out why their bodies aren't working properly, and to find out why their minds are talking to them. Everyone's got this little voice inside, hasn't they, that talks to them, and how to kind of reprogram yourself to actually play the game of life and actually enjoy it. So I have seen the hurdles and the challenges, and these are the things that you need. A little bit of pressure, don't you? It's like taking a cold shower. Your body doesn't like it, doesn't enjoy it, but it gives you a little bit of a shock, a little bit of pressure, a little bit of something not very nice, that actually then stimulates your brain cells, actually, to having a cold shower. After you've had have a nice long hot one, and then just put on the cold just for 10 seconds, and just go, oh my God, blah, blah, blah. And then you come out of it, your brain starts to make new brain cells. It's so quick and cheap and easy. It's such a great little what do they call it? A hack. It's a life hack, So we need these little pressures. We need a little bit of pressure, because under pressure, you make diamonds, don't you? That's how we get really shiny. And so you want a little bit of pressure, but then you've got to try and handle the rest. It's challenging, I know. We were going to be going away for the weekend, next weekend, to Nutrient Nirvana's Weekend in the Woods, which would have been a blast, but it's had to be cancelled. They had so many people sign up, and they were just short of some tickets, and they were just like, nah, we're not going to do it, it's not going to be worth it, which is a shame, but they're going to do it next year. But Nutrient Nirvana is an excellent little company for supplements, and they do magnesium in gelatin capsules, which is really hard to find, with no binders in them whatsoever, which is excellent. And at my suggestion, Paul of Nutrient Nirvana worked out a formula for what he calls Oxbusters, which I'm really chuffed with, and it's a great combination of calcium citrate, magnesium citrate, potassium citrate, all in a gelatin capsule with no fillers, which is an excellent resource. So shame we're not going to be meeting in person at Nutrient Nirvana's Weekend in the Woods, but do get over there and check him out, because he's a good guy. He's one of us. He's a good guy. All right, darling hearts, if you've got anything troubling you, and you need support and help with the Food is the Medicine, Timeless Cookery Club is at your disposal, and the support group, and I'm here to talk about all the things that we need to get off our chests, and to get the motivation, because today I've been trying to enjoy a day off or whatever, and all the time I'm thinking, oh my God, I didn't do that thing I was supposed to do on Wednesday. And my daughter was saying, what are you doing today, Mum? I said, I'm going to do this. I've got a list as long as my arm. I'm going to do this, 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 and this. Then on Thursday again, she went, what did you do today? I went, oh, well, I did that and that, but I didn't do my list yet. And then again on Friday, she was like, what did you do today, Mum? I was like, I still didn't do my list. She wasn't pressuring me. I was pressuring myself, which you have to when you're a sole trader or you're a freelancer. You have to drive yourself, don't you? But it's the same when you're taking responsibility for your health. You have to drive yourself. You have to get the motivation to do the thing, to make the thing happen, so that you can actually feel better, And it's a challenge to actually get the motivation to do the thing. I know, because I'm procrastinating really terribly at the moment. And I'm not going to get where I need to be if I don't do the thing. So I've got ways and means, and eventually I'm going to do it. It's since Nutrient Nirvana's just been cancelled, I've got an extra 2 days next week, so boom, it's okay, everything works out in the end. I'm going with the flow, All right, darling hearts. Anyway, lots of love to you. I hope you can find a moment to really chill and enjoy the sun if it's sunny where you are, and lots of love. And yeah, you'll find the way. Even if you are guilt-ridden or shame-stricken, or feeling lost, or as though really there's no point, there is a point. If you know there's something wrong and you think, what's the point, but you're listening to this and going, I know there is a way, then you're very actually blessed to have an open mind and be open to possibilities. So you've actually got a mission to fulfill here on this plane, whatever we're living in. You know, you've got a job to do, and I'd love to help you do it. All right, darling hearts, have a lovely day. Lots of love. Bye. I can't see a thing on this screen. It's completely blank. I need to get out of the sun to see how to turn it.